start. Ta-da! Welcome to number 3.
Boy, this taffy is thick. It probably wasn't the best choice.
You're eating taffy you collected from the bees?
Be taffy.
That's some commitment.
No, I'm eating an RX bar. I'm eating 3 egg whites, 3 walnuts, 6 cashews, 2 dates, and no bullshit. Which is good because I don't want bullshit in my food, but
That's not
bully on
taffy.
them for putting it in the front on the package.
Okay. So last game was great.
It was not for
You're
Tyrannosaurus face or that guy. He
Oh, come on. His name was so much better. It was not. It was like Ladybug SquarePants or something. I don't even remember.
yeah. Smash
That's the
face.
beauty of those names is they're almost so wonderful and in the moment that they're just lost to time.
Yeah. Mostly
But
because
luckily that
I
time
still
was
haven't opened that.
recorded, and so you can go look at it again.
Good for other people. I still haven't opened that shared doc yet, but you're playing with a lot more information than me as usual.
Yeah, 6 stats and a HP bar, and an armor class if we ever use that in our system.
I consider it.
One thing I thought of. Oh yeah, so 60% of the time, 60% is always a success. I don't know if it necessarily has to be a critical success, but it always works.
Yeah, I agree. We definitely need to institute a new rule into the shit. Dale will never agree to it, but he doesn't have a good
No,
sense
just
of humor.
things like that, where like it has to align with 60%
If it's a
of the time
natural
it works
60,
every time.
it's a success.
Yes.
But that would mean that if I swung to hit you and I swung and got a 60 and you defended with a critical defense, it still would work. So it is actually in that regard a critical hit automatically. If it's a success, it succeeds. I'm just saying you're setting a dangerous precedent, so I want to map out the limit.
I don't know. Yeah, I think that I think once we establish that it has to be a success. Wow, what is happening? Why is it doing that?
You like hearing the sound of your own voice?
Oh, I forgot to do that again, huh? I can't do that. I can't hear it that well. But now it's done.
I get to hear you before your lips move, so I know what you're saying before you're going to say it.
Yeah, I bet that's weird.
It was weird until you turned it off. Thank you. That was way better. This is way better. Yeah, so that's a good thing that you brought up that we probably should discuss with the viewers. Armor. I've been playing Dungeons & Dragons since 77. I don't really like the armor class. I much more prefer a system like Stormbringer, where you different levels of armor have a value of how much damage they repel, and then also a limit of how much that they can take in one area before it breaks. I think that's a much more realistic version of what armor really works with. And you leave it out of the equation of how well someone can dodge, because that doesn't make any sense.
Honestly, the one that I kind of made with the sorry, I'm trying to finagle our pictures together because it messes up sometimes. Okay, that should be good.
I feel like I'm being finagled.
If you could feel that, it would be crazy, I bet. Oh yeah, the armor system I made for the Witcher game that I GM'd. Right. I'm really gonna have to figure out how to make it stop doing that because it constantly keeps.
You definitely should make it stop doing that.
Making me bigger or something. Very silly.
If it's hurting you, you'll just have to have it out, won't you?
Okay, so let's start. And then I thought that like in this beginning part, whenever we each say the two that we want, and then we roll for it, and then I guess I'm the GM this time because you went last time.
Fine.
Yeah, I was gonna. I was thinking in the
We're gonna
beginning of
alternate. It's
making
not
it.
gonna be random.
Well, if it's random, you know us. We're just gonna keep 10 episodes, 20 episodes in, and there's only gonna be one GM.
I so didn't want to do archaeologist. That was your bullshit idea for a damn
I
story.
know. I have one this time that I really want to GM, but I stopped thinking about it too much because I was like, he's gonna roll something else. All right. Yeah. So like when we roll this, and I'm thinking about the story, you can then explain the system a little bit more and take that
Okay.
time to give me a little like 5 minutes or something of really thinking about it because it was kind of like dead, and I was trying to talk to you or something while you were thinking about it. It was probably a good
Desperately
time to
trying to
do
figure
that.
out why someone who has an IQ of about 65 would actually be on an archaeologist dig of that size.
No, no,
So
no. You didn't do that yet because I don't think I'd rolled stats.
how did me just
It was
blinding me?
it was like your initial story generating. All right. So the one I really wanted, I'll go with one is so a character like Looper or a guy like Looper or even your Walker character, but like
Yeah.
just like that kind of teleportation power, but complete uncontrol of it, and kind of like planet hopping, um, basically. Number one, Looper planet hopping.
Wow, that sucks.
Huh.
Failure is easy. You just start with a level 1 character because I think that Walker got shot a lot before he could open doors defensively regularly.
Yeah, well, if it really is just random and happening to you, it could happen right before the bullet hits you. And then you're just
It
not on
could,
that planet anymore.
right?
Yeah.
How about mountain climber wakes up on in mountain with broken leg?
Nice. Role playing that story of that guy that gets stuck in the icy crevasse.
Well, I wasn't thinking icy, but sure, let's do icy. That sucks even worse.
It's gonna be icy now.
I was thinking of a nice warm spot to die, but
Oh no, no,
sure,
no! There's
die
gonna
in the
be an
cold.
extra element of cold to deal with.
Good, excellent. That's way better than I was going to go with.
And even
I mean,
better yet, you only have like 30 minutes until you freeze to death.
we know. Let's make it an hour and actually set a timer.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
gameplay time counts against you.
Oh, we should definitely do that one time. Like an
Yeah, that would
escape
be awful.
room, like a
Yes, you only get
D&D
1 hour.
GM escape room. That would be cool.
Yeah, that'd be awful. So that we can do that. Teenage werewolf, teen wolf.
Okay, I guess you're two
full
and
moon
three.
that activates you.
Okay,
That's one we haven't done.
hold on, I'm last. Hang your horses.
I'm not hanging anyone's horses.
It's probably it's probably more effective than holding.
Ooh, you'd have to be so strong.
Man, something you said the other day. Oh yeah, level 1 assassin. Like brand like
First,
assassin that just got his black belt and actually became an assassin and learned his family style jutsu.
or maybe even this is what you have to do in order to get your black belt. Like
Nope,
at the
first
end of an
mission.
M&A fight, when the sensei runs in and throws that new belt around your neck.
Yeah, that just happened, and then he hands you a scroll with someone's blood on it.
Good. Well, that's going to work
All
out
right,
good for them.
roll a d4 for story.
I would love to. Still opening the Ogre Tailz doc because
Okay.
I know, right? That's what I
You
said.
have the roller up.
Yep, I'm rolling. La la la. D4. Okay, here we go. Which story will it be? I'm hoping that it's not the one that I started with.
Oh, your pick, your first one. What was that?
God
Teenage
damn it!
Werewolf?
No, my first pick was
No, that was
fucking
3.
Broken Leg in the Mountains.
Oh,
God damn it! I don't want to play this one. I wanted you to play this one.
yeah. You
All
you
right.
have to save your bad ones for when I'm playing.
So I guess I'm rolling stats, huh?
Yep.
All right. Here we go. Should I just roll a d20 minus 2? Or should I roll 3d6 each time? What are you doing? I usually do d20 minus 2 because it's more chaotic, but 3d6 gives you better rolls. What have you been doing?
I mean, for like more like 3.5 5e D&D, I do the 3d6, but
See, the way it's
for
converted
this
to the
stuff, I
shit,
usually
20 is
do
a 20 system,
2d10.
right? 2d10, because the 20 system's better, right?
Yeah,
Because you're just
yeah.
converting that into multiples depending upon the. So what we're talking about right now is when you're role playing as the GM, every task is like if you're going to do something athletic, it might be something simple like running and jumping 10 feet and grabbing something, or it might be running, jumping 10 feet and grabbing the dragon that's flying by. Those are various levels of difficulty, and so you might say strength times 5 would be an easy one, but strength times 2 would be a very difficult one. Or nearly impossible would be strength versus strength, which is that. So since we use a 100% system to categorize the odds of things, making your statistics have a base of 1 to 20 works within that system. So I'm going to roll 2d10 for each stat. All right, here we go.
I can't even
9.
believe where I just went with this story.
9. I have a strength of 9, which is pretty exceptional for a mountain climber.
Good.
8.
You
12. 8. 12. 17. Okay, so it's very obvious why this guy has a broken
what? Honestly, you just rolled an amazing character for the story I generated.
That's a super charismatic.
Yeah,
Nobody.
like actually, the charisma is really probably going to help you.
Well, that's good.
And then all the rest of your rolls are gonna suck.
So strength is 9. I'm not looking at the sheet right now. Strength is 9.
I put them on the sheet.
Oh, I'm sorry. I actually have to. I have 2 personalities. I have a split personality issue going on right now.
Just minimize each one of them and put one at the top and one on the bottom.
Why are you even open? You're just making things. Oh, my connection is well. Yeah. Can we just do that? Om Namah Shivaya. Excuse me, I've got 7 more steps to go through. I just got kicked out of one of my personalities.
You want to roll for health, or do you want to straight health?
I'm really comfortable always with starting with at a first level of Constitution times 3. It's awful for me, but it's pretty accurate, I think.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you can you choose that. That's how I did our health last time because you were a first level character.
Yeah. No, the starting health should always be. I just always give the opportunity because sometimes just rolling stats from beginning to end and starting is really good. And if you started with a 5 HP, that's from your fall. That's all your fault. Literally your fault for choosing the story.
I bear very little fault in all of this.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm still fighting this goddamn thing.
HP times 3. 36. 26. We won't mess with armor class right now. Okay. So, you are a very successful social media personality.
God damn it. It's my least favorite thing in the world, and you know it.
that has spent most of your time kind of like documenting your own around the world, mostly in like extremely not necessarily dangerous, but like away from civilization places. Like even if it's like just this weekend, I'm surviving in the forest at my back door. And you go and hide in a tree for a while, but you're very charismatic, so almost anything you do ends up really working, honestly.
I'm so dumb and inept, but beautiful. That's what I've hooked my audience with.
You're definitely not smart enough to do.
I'm average. I'm good.
Majority of people, but
a solid 105. I could be a banker all day long. I love you, bankers. This isn't against bankers. Great. Everything just froze when I said that. The bankers rule the world.
Did that? That was weird.
It was weird, right?
Now a minute
to pay homage to the bankers
small
in order to get us back.
Now I'm big. I'm even bigger.
Well, that's not proof that we're being watched. That's good. That's nice.
I'm just gonna not mess with it and let it do that. And I'm just gonna be dancing all across the screen.
That's nice.
Okay. No. Bugs me.
Okay. So
ready?
Yeah.
Your most latest stunt is putting you into so like basically you got this idea because you watched this video about people going missing in America and the you saw how like the majority of missing persons reports kind of like lines up with the like mass cave systems that are inside North America. You put the charts together, and this is like the whole beginning of your presentation and stuff, and then you like say, "I'm gonna go all the way out here and blah 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 into this place."
Do I have drones? I must have at least one drone, probably 2 or 3.
Really knew why that was happening.
Shouldn't I have several drones?
It goes back a lot of the time. That's cool.
3 cameras.
Drones? God, no.
Come on, they cost nothing. Who's filming me? Not me.
I don't think you're smart enough to use a drone.
I have a 12 intelligence. I'm exactly smart enough to use a drone, and I'll roll for that.
No. Most people doing this run around with like maybe a like strap that they have harnessed to them, but like no one except for like really fucking intelligent people are running around with drones recording themselves.
You just don't want me to have a way to communicate with the outside world. I see. So I have one body camera rig. That's all I have. And I have
maybe you have an extra camera, but
do I have a drone that at least focuses on me? How do I shoot this shit? I'm just running around with a camera the whole time. I'm one-handed. What are we talking about here?
Yeah.
Or is it all?
Yeah.
Is it just helmet cam? Am I just?
Yeah, any of that.
Okay, so I've got let's say 3 body what are those goddamn cameras called? They're ubiquitous in today's world that I can't think of. GoPros. Where are we?
I could learn.
In the cold?
No, so you're in like kind of the like Minnesota, Iowa, Illinois area. I guess you're in like the top right of Iowa, and it's just a massive kind of.
Are you going to Google?
Just one of those massive forests that has. I mean,
is this elevation?
No.
Or like, am I just kind of like walking through the forest? Am I high up? Because I think mountains was part of the description.
Yeah, like the
mountains of Iowa.
All right, I'll put it on the other place because there were other tunnels over there.
I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm saying.
I kind of turned the mountains into going downwards, but I guess that's not really mountains.
Okay, that's fine. I don't have to interrupt the story. Go ahead. So this is subterranean mountains. The mountain being the surface level.
Utah, Arizona.
Oh yeah, now you're talking.
They have mountains, right?
Great. Oh sure, Utah's cold as fuck. If that's where you want to go. Arizona's pretty warm, but Utah's very cold.
It's like the connection point on the left of Utah and Arizona. Okay, so
thanks.
You get up there, you're like, there's all of these cave systems in these mountains, and it correlates to all these people going missing. So I'm going to attempt it and not go missing and show you the guys the people aren't there and stuff. You get out there, you're doing your whole skit, you're noticing your service is dropping, and you get to 1 bar, and you keep recording, you're like, oh no, I think I'm hitting the point of no return, and you see that the signal drops, like no more bars, it goes X, and you're just like, well, I guess I've hit the zone. I'm just gonna keep it recording and then pull it out later. So your live has stopped that you've been broadcasting,
And
but
do I still
you're
have
still just
GPS?
recording for.
Like I have an idea of what direction I'm facing that doesn't involve me also having fantastic map skills, which we know I probably don't.
Yeah, you have a compass.
So, what are the odds that I actually have some skill with mountaineering and orienteering, where you like use a compass and a map to go somewhere? Sounds to me like this is a roll.
If you have a compass?
No, if I have the skill to use the goddamn thing.
Yeah, everyone knows how to use a compass.
Having friends who are like adventure racers, and like I've got to call bullshit on that because I've supported them in the mountaineering and orienteering phases of their races, and it's not simple.
Using a compass to traverse mountains that you've never been to before is one thing. Using a compass to point north and find out where north is kind of simple.
So that's the level we're saying that I have, that I know that north means I'm going up. This is Dale.
Yeah.
Dale is stumbling around in the wilderness. So no GPS. Yeah. When my phone stops transmitting, I also lose my capacity to track myself via GPS.
Yep.
All right, here we go. This is what it's all about.
Maybe
right?
if I lost.
This is why I'm here now, because someone's got to find out what's happened to these people. So here we go. I'm going to forward. What direction was I facing when I last found was going in the right direction?
You were heading north into all of the. You're heading up the mountain. You hit the dead zone. You decide to keep on going. Give me wisdom times 5 check.
$40. Here we go. Bam!
Oh wow!
I'm just
so as soon as you realize you've entered the dead zone, you start talking about like, oh, this is when the live dropped. All right, so this is the beginning of the journey on the blah 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 video.
Happy trips, bad trips.
You get this chill, like you just walked through you almost like walked through a barrier and it becomes like 5 degrees colder. It's like it's a slight sensation, but it's just different enough that you really recognize it as being like a different place. You might think it's the altitude and you've actually gone up high or something, but it was definitely something special.
My super sexy hollow fill jacket out and put that extra layer on, because I got this one specifically for this trip, and this is my first opportunity to show it off to all my fans.
The what?
You know, everyone's got them. The hollow fill, puffy but really thin midwinter jackets that everyone is wearing these days.
Ah, yes. No.
You want a picture of that?
No, it's okay. You have it.
Yeah. So I put that sucker on. It's probably a little too warm for the moment, but I'll leave it unzipped if I have to. It looks good both ways, is what I'm saying. On me. Right now. All right, Forge on. Take a little sip from my canteen, have a power bar, keep moving. Have I found any signs of other people?
Sorry, my camera's being crazy.
I'm looking for, like, clothing, tents, sleeping bags, bodies in clothing, those kind of things. I'm looking for the people. Where did
Yeah.
they
So
go?
give me like an investigation roll. Do like um I
Intelligence
don't
and
know,
wisdom.
intelligence and wisdom times 3.
60. Here we go. Bam. Yes. This guy,
Nice.
you give me shit about nine. This guy's on the like a bonnet.
So you're looking for stuff. You start finding the kinds of like small holes that lead into cave systems and stuff, and you go through. Not that cool. Give me 3 dex times 5s.
40. Here we go. Yep. I'm nervous now. I felt it coming. This one
Nice.
feels even worse. Oh, made 2 of them. No, I made 1 of them. Made the first.
So you go through one, and it kind of stops like 20 feet back into a place that you just can't really get to. You go through a second one, and you get to a place where it kind of just drops off into a big opening. You like shining your flashlight and stuff, and you don't think you have enough rope to even get to a bottom of something. What do you do right there?
So is there evidence that like other people may have gone this way? Do I see like, rope marks or stuff tied off or like, because basically what's pushing this story is for my readers is I'm looking for clues to find these lost people.
Yeah, this is the first spot. You haven't seen anything that is like, oh, someone snagged their scarf on a branch, and I
That's standard stuff. None of
found
that.
this. No, nothing. Um, you get to this place though, and you're like, wow, this is the first place I've been that seems like someone might just like die.
Hmm. Huh. Okay. So does it look free
Like
climbable?
you really can't see the bottom of it. You shine your flashlight into it, and you can see the spaces of it. You're like, you don't think it is free climbable. It does not look like that.
Okay, I'm gonna throw a rock down there and get a good shot of it, like going down there and see if I can figure out, if I can hear the sound it makes when it hits.
Okay. Um,
Oh yeah, I threw that rock like a motherfucker.
yeah, you get a decent sized rock, and you chuck it down there, and it goes sailing, and it goes like ding 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 ding, and then it like makes a slight little splash sound at the bottom, but you still can't like see all the way to the bottom with your light. Um, Give me a perception check. Wisdom times 5.
Got it. Here comes 19. Yes, I made it.
Nice.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. You hear something moving after that inside that hole. It maybe sounds like bats swarming or something, but it sounds like some kind of animal moving after you did that. It doesn't sound like rocks falling or something.
Mm. 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 Okay. Um. Boy, I'm intrigued, but I don't know that it I really can pursue this any further with the equipment that I have besides jumping in, and that doesn't sound like the right move. So is there a way to go around this or over it or another passage that I can see?
No, this is the end of like 50 feet down a cave that like maybe has like enough space for two people to walk through it at a time. And then you get to the end and it gets like smaller and smaller, and in the end there's like basically a person sized hole that leads into something. That's why you're like, if someone like just was exploring here and just slipped at the end, they just slip right into that and land inside probably.
Huh.
If you slipped into a hole, you're probably not going to land on the outside of a hole.
All right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to tie my rope off at the top. And then I'm going to tie my rope off to my harness. And then I'm going to slide my way down to the end. Because worst case scenario, I can climb back up.
Okay. You got like 100 feet of rope?
250 is what I wrote down, but sure, 100 feet.
250? Okay.
That ultra thin, high tension.
Yeah, you probably don't have that.
Rope. It's 250 to carry. The 100 is probably more likely.
Yeah, you're sure you can't get to the bottom because you think you would be able to see the bottom at 100 feet with your light source, and you really just can't see it. It just gets dark, and you heard a splash down there. So maybe there's just a small puddle, or maybe it's a whole raging river that's hundreds of feet down. But you're like, all right, I'm going to explore it a little, and you get down. Give me like an intelligence dex times 3 roll. 60.
Yep.
To hook up all of your stuff. Nice.
I guess I'm going to find out what's at the bottom, huh?
You're sure you did it right. You clank the thing in. Everything seems sturdy. You pull on it. You start lowering yourself down.
What fails me? Was it the intelligence or the dex?
Roll. I think both failed you right there. I think you didn't secure it properly and then weren't smart enough to realize you didn't. Give me a perception roll. With times 5.
It's like playing Walker. I can't see shit.
Nice.
91. 91 is not within the capability of anything this guy can do, except for smile.
So you just hear you basically just hear your harness at the top come undone and fucking start free falling. You go to grab, and it's just like slippery, slimy, rockish, like not like smooth, not anywhere to grab, and just start falling.
Let me guess. Does the word guano come to mind?
Well, roll. Roll a Constitution times 5.
70. Here we go. Yeah.
60, but that's okay.
60. I mean, 70 would have been good.
You're falling. You have enough time of falling where you're like, oh God, I'm still. What the fuck's happening? And like you like only have the one light attached to your head, and you can like see the wall as you're falling and shit, and like you try and look down and you're just spiraling out of control, and then land like splash down into water. You land pretty well. You don't really like hurt anything. Like you basically didn't land like I did when I jumped off that cliff.
I didn't land directly on my Atlas and Axis points.
Yeah, directly on the neck? No. You splash down, you like get your you're like disoriented, you don't really know which way is up for like 2 seconds, and you're like, oh, bubbles, and you start rising up.
Did I ever find the bottom?
You're at it. You're like, oh wow, I guess at least I have all my rope.
Yeah, I'm very excited about that. When I get to the surface, like, how deep was it? Am I in a raging river? Am I in a pond?
No, it's still, but you didn't touch the bottom, and you shot into it maybe 10 feet, and then
that's scary.
Hovered yourself up.
I'm fine with it. It's probably not dark.
So you haven't seen any of the water. All you've been able to see is when you pop up the like slight bit of cave that this is shining on. You take like one quick look around the room, and it's so vast that like you're shining it on this wall, and it's really not projecting onto the next walls to the left and right. It's just darkness all the way down there, and you look around, and it's maybe 80 feet or something to the other side, and same the other way, and then the other way. And you see
any of it look like it's actually land that you could get on, or it's just sheer walls full of nastiness?
Yeah, about 10 feet in front of you, there's land that you can get up onto.
An alligator, and I can get onto.
Yeah.
So I'm going
40-foot one that's been living off of bats
and other people as dumb as me. I'm going to I'm going to try and do these two things at the same time. I'm going to hysterically swim towards the land whilst reeling in the 100 feet of rope that I don't want something to grab and pull me under with.
Okay. Give me your dex times 5.
Not quite, missing it by double. Not quite.
So you're pretty sure right now you've gotten to the edge and you've been pulling your line with you, and then it stopped and you can't pull it anymore. You're sure that your like security system on the end of it is now snagged on something down in the water.
Like, so when we say snagged, do I mean snagged at something that is 105 feet down in the water and I'm at the very end of it and dying? Or like, do I have plenty of play to hysterically climb up on this landmass?
No, it's only like, because it's like 30 feet down. You get all your ropes situated and stuff, and then pull that thing, and you're like, what the shit, fuck, and then you look at the rest of your rope, and you're like, well, I have most of it, I guess.
I'm gonna get to the land thingy.
Get up on the land? Yeah. All right, you get up top, give me a perception roll.
83.
You get up onto the land, and you're so focused on your rope that you get up, and you're like, oh, solid rock. It's not even that slippery, and then crunch, and you're like, what's that? Not solid rock, and then.
I'm sorry. What did you say? So, did you just lose connectivity right when you told me what was happening?
I think someone called me.
Oh, okay. I'm just making sure that I didn't miss anything. So, I'm on solid land, and then I'm like get to my feet, and I start pulling on the rope, and the land under me feels like it's more crunchy than it was.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna try something.
You gonna try plugging it, not plugging it in?
No, maybe my front-facing camera will not do all this bullshit.
Currently, I'm testing a batch of lemon Versace, which is a very interesting strain because part of it is Adonai, which
Lower myself.
Omaha brought back from Lebanon in the early 70s. And the other part of it is an undisclosed strain, which is, I believe, watermelon Zum Zum, which I imagine must be a Runts or a Skittles, must be a Skittles child. But this one is in particular is called Lemon Versace, and it is so good. Sorry, just trying to kill time while you get your technical difficulties done. Mango.
Okay, hopefully that will stay stable. That was driving me insane. Okay. Yeah, you get onto the solid land and then you go like crunch, crunch, and you look down for a second and you're like, oh, that's what? Oh, those are bones. You don't necessarily know like what bones they are, but you're like, I'm pretty sure I just stepped on like a whole bone that crunched under my shoe.
Like a bone that big or a pile of bones of multiple
Like
sizes?
a bone that was like the size of your forearm.
Gotcha. But that bone is on a literal pile of other bones of creatures my size or smaller. I'm
No,
not
there's no
standing
pile
like
of bones.
on a dragon spine or something.
No.
Okay. I'm just looking for some.
You just see the one bone that you really just stepped on.
Okay, I'm going to hold really still. Like, all of my focus is like on my butthole still. And I'm going to look for other places that might be less a pile of bones to be.
Okay. Roll one more perception.
Right?
You start hearing this like and it starts like echoing off of the canyon walls and back to you. You're like, that doesn't sound like a dog. That doesn't sound like a bear. What the fuck is that?
I throw my bat talisman at it.
Take this, you demon spawn! My medallion! Like 5-10 seconds after you hear that, you hear like steps coming towards you, something stepping on the ground and coming towards you from, you don't have your compass out, but it's like in front of you down the space. You can see there's more land that goes across this whole wall and stuff, and it sounds like there's some kind of footsteps coming to you from that direction.
I'm going to work on convincing myself that this is in fact someone who I've rescued.
Yeah, you should.
I'm going to get into my pack and get a food bar for them, and kind of like try and get a good look at them.
You pull out a bar of food and are just like got it ready to give it to this person.
Yeah, I want to make sure I capture this moment for my viewers.
All right, one more perception roll. If you fail this one, your light goes out, and you start like banging it. It does not come on. You start banging it. It pops on again, and it's like it's shimmering back and forth, like on, off.
Blair Witchy.
Yeah, and
I shit my pants.
This human walks like out of the wall and like looks over towards you, completely naked, missing a lot of skin on its face and the rest of its body, and like looks over towards you in a weird cocky tilted head and does that and starts running at you. It gets 10 feet from you and your light just goes off.
Good.
Stops. Yeah.
So is there anything in the way that it was moving at me would suggest it is less than friendly?
Very much. You're so scared.
Okay, so I'm going to... I imagine turn and...
Oh, you didn't see Attack on Titan. It starts like... It's running like this.
Oh, right. Got you. So, see. I'm going to turn and jump into the water and start swimming the opposite direction.
Okay.
Yep. My athletics is a 51.
Strength dex times 3.
Yeah, strength and dex times 3. For basic activities.
So yeah, you just got that. Yeah, you all of that happens, and you just like you grab your rope and you just pull yourself like into the water, jumping into it. You splash down. Your light pops back on and starts shining steadily with the like impact of the water. Give me a perception.
I'd like to tell you what I want to do next after I succeed in this fine roll. Done a perception roll several times now. I should write it down. What do we do in perception? Is wits times 3? Or intelligence?
Just wisdom times 5. You got it. It's at 40%. Wisdom
times 5. 40%.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm trying to make it easy on my brain. Here we go. Bam. Look at that.
Nice.
Missed it.
You jump into the water and you are in the water and the light comes on and you like can't really see anything clear down there except for something that like shined right back at you that was down there.
Was it moving?
No. It's like it's some kind. You'd assume it's some kind of metal or something that's stuck down there, but you really didn't get a good look at it. You just noticed that something shined back at you.
What I want to do is I want to either pull out my knife from my pack or find something else that I can use to cut myself free of the bottom because like if I'm swimming back that direction, I might as well free myself. I just had a brilliant thought.
Cut the line as far to the down as you can.
Exactly.
Okay.
Get something sharp, go down to the bottom, pull myself down there, cut myself free, and then at least I won't be stuck at the bottom anymore. And then get the fuck away from this thing that's killing me.
Okay. Give me your dex times 5 to pull yourself down there,
baby.
Nice.
What? Look at that.
Yeah, you get to the bottom, you unclip your knife belt, pull your knife out, slice it, stick your knife back in, clip it.
Okay, now that I did that so well, I kind of want to check out what that glinty thing was while I'm down there.
Yeah, you look over at that glinty thing and give me a perception roll.
Sure.
I
missed it by a lot.
It was just like 5-10 feet to the right of where you were now. You're like sure you know where it was. Do you just swim in that direction and try and look for it a little bit better? Because you look for it now and nothing shines towards you.
I'll give it a little reach around before I zoom off in what I perceive to be the right direction.
Before you need air?
Yep.
All right, give me like an investigation roll. Give me your wisdom intelligence times
That's
3.
Here we go. 22, baby. I got 60. I almost made it 3 times.
Nice. Yeah, you go over into that direction and you grab a hold of something and you're like, oh, that's different. And your light shines right onto it. And it's obviously a dead body, but there's no flesh left on it and it's just bones, but all the clothes are on the outside of it and stuff. You grab a hold of the clothes and then pull it towards you and then you realize that's what it is.
Mission accomplished. I feel vindicated.
As you move it, strapped to the person's back is like a katana, and the hilt of the katana is what shine back at you. You pull it to the side, and your light hits it, and it's super shiny. And you're like, "Whoa, that's
I'm gonna grab
sword.
That sucker and then get away quick before I need more oxygen."
You just pull the sword out of the sheath.
Yeah, give it everything that I've got, all of my massive strength.
Yeah, you just go over, and it's not stuck in there or anything. You just pull it out. You have it.
All right, I kick off and I go the other direction from the zombie. Human, clawy, angry buddy guy with no jaw.
Give me a perception.
Yep. Here we go. 40%. Yep. I missed it.
You notice a splash.
Okay, I go away from the splash.
Okay.
And I
Um,
stay under for as long as I can, or until I hit an object.
give me a Constitution ×3 roll.
36. Here we go. Not even close. So I might be
The
coming up now. Is
splash
that what you're saying?
the splash startled you enough to where you get a little panicky and you're like, I can't stay down here anymore.
Okay.
You just start going up. You have the idea that once you get to the top you'll get away from the splash, but you need air.
It is a primary concern.
So you shoot straight to the top. Perception roll.
40%. Here we go. 39,
Nice.
baby.
That's so good.
I finally noticed something. Oh, I feel so vindicated.
You get to the top, you open your eyes, you splash away some water, and 15 feet ahead of you in the water is one of those things, just like splashing, crawling towards you in the water.
Okay. I'm going to swim backwards as hard as I can.
Okay.
While looking at it, like on my back, feet kicking, holding the katana, flailing with one hand for balance, going backwards. That's what I'm doing.
Give me strength dex ×3.
Okay. Athletics it is. 51%. Bam. 30.
Nice.
Oof. Right.
Yeah, you're kicking. You get like 30, 40 feet back, and then your back hits a wall. You've made like faster progress than it too. You got like 25 feet in between you and it.
I want to do a quick left right.
Perception.
Trying to find a direction where it's going that isn't a wall.
Perception.
62. I missed it.
To the left and right is so far that you can really only see a wall in the water that you're in going in either direction.
All right. Less than 50. Left it is. To the right.
So you just start swimming to the right. You get basically you just trudge with that athletics and reach the other side, and as soon as you it starts curling into what you expect is the other bank side of that land that you got to.
The bone tile.
Yeah, there's no bones over here yet, but
oh, surprising.
Yeah. Give me a perception roll as you reach it.
Yeah, my plan is to scramble up, get my back to something, and pull out the katana.
Okay.
I got a 73.
Yeah, you reach it. You can hear the guy in the water, but you cannot really pinpoint it and see it. You're panicking, looking with your light, and you see some splashes in areas, but you can't pinpoint where that thing is. You have your katana back against the wall. What do you do?
I'm drawing it, and I'm just gonna wait because I don't.
You didn't take the sheath, so there's no way to necessarily undraw this katana.
Oh, I thought when I grabbed it, I just pulled the whole thing off the bones. Gotcha.
Yeah, because the sheath was strapped to him, and so that's why I asked if you're just pulling it out of the sheath.
I'm really my brilliant plan is to wait until it starts to come out of the water and then cut it straight down the middle from the top of his head. That's my plan.
You're just gonna like weighted attack, like take it save your action for the attack?
Yeah, I'm gonna hold until. I mean, it depends. Like I'll hold for 10 seconds. If nothing happens in 10 seconds, I probably will break and run, or stay right here and just take a shit.
Okay. But you're stronger than you are dexterous.
A little.
Um, so yeah, let's go with
With a straight attack, not a finesse attack.
yeah. Let's do strength times 5 plus 20% because you're waiting and focusing on the attack.
This character
So
really only has
65.
one chance after character creation. We both know it. If this isn't a sorcerer, they're fucked.
We better learn some blood magic down here.
Right, very quick. I'm sorry. What did you say? I'm holding
65%. Your strength times 5 plus 20%.
Oh, that's my attack.
Yeah. It gets to the edge. It starts like creepily bending up and crawling up, and then gets to
I'm
like
gonna
it
do it. I'm
goes
gonna
to
do
stand,
exactly.
and
I'm
you.
gonna do exactly like I've seen in many movies I've never actually done before in real life. Here we go. I'm gonna whack it with a stick on the top of the head, and 3
Oh
critical.
yeah!
Critical
Yes!
hit, baby.
Critical hit. Nice. Location?
Well,
And
I'm
we'll
hoping
do
it's head, but we'll see.
we'll do 3d10 for the damage.
Bam. Right to the foot, of course.
Three d10 damage times 2. Oh my god!
Almost maximum damage. So,
Um,
I really took its foot off for a lot of
you
damage.
it was going to stand up, and you were aiming at it while it was down, and you go to slice, and you just cut straight through both of its like shins, just like clean through. You were like butter. You're like, what is this thing? I didn't. Okay, apparently it is that easy. It screams at the top of its lungs, falls back into the water, and just like gurgles on the water and drowns.
So not a zombie.
It stops flailing after it lands in the water, goes, and then like just stops and falls into the water.
Did blood come out of the stumpies, or like?
Yes.
Blood.
Yes, blood. Yeah, you take a closer look at its feet that are still standing on the ground, like that game, and
just die already.
It's it like the ends of it, all of its toes are almost look like they've been like chewed on or something by other creatures or its family or something. There's like bite wounds in the flesh that's there and not in the water. Give me a wisdom times 5.
40%. Missed it. 64, I do want to point out, was mutant power roll in the original Villains and Vigilantes, so could have been a very valuable role in another game.
Oh, no one's rolled a 60, huh?
No, I rolled a 62, a 64, a 69. I've been waiting for that 60 to come up since we made that rule. No. Yep, 62, 69, and now 64. You know. I'm hitting all the way around it. I'm missing all the way around it, actually. It's a stupid target for me. I'm not that good at anything.
Oh, this one's lowered. There we go.
Global medicine for local people.
Okay, that should be.
Thank you,
Omaha. So you cut its feet off, it falls back into the water, that scream happens, and you
I'm gonna reel my rope up, untie it from me, stick it in my backpack, and then assess my situation once I've stopped screaming and running around in circles.
you do all that, you get your self under control a little bit more. You take some time to look around the room, and it basically ends up being this small, like 30 feet of land that's it's like probably 120 feet circumference of this cave system that is mostly this water. You don't know if it connects to something else lower, but it's mostly just filled with that water. And
where the
on
hell
this
did this
side,
person come from?
On this side where you are right now, you finally see the entrance where it came through. There's like a person-sized hole that's leading off into a little hallway in the side of the cave.
I want to take a moment, check all my gear, make sure it's all still recording, even though make sure my lights are functional. Take a moment and say a little prayer to creation for the souls of both the people who lost their lives down here, and to be very thankful for the gift of the katana.
Okay.
I think that'll play well.
Yeah, actually, give me a wisdom times 3.
Yeah, 24. Oh,
yeah.
Here we go. Yeah, 24.
Wow.
7. Bam.
You do your little prayer and you go into meditation, and you hear this voice in your head. It's really faint, but there's like this woman speaking to you, and you like faintly hear her say, "Stay calm. We are on our way. There is much danger around you. Just survive until we get there, and we will help you out of this situation." And then you don't hear any of that, anything else after
the elves. That's how I got here. The elves told me to come. This entire episode came to me during a DMT trip.
The whole episode?
This one that I'm on right now. I mean, you can go back to episode 183 where I was on the trip, but this episode 265 that I'm filming right now, live streaming,
You're sure everything that's happening to you is just a trip, and then you're going to go rewatch it and realize it's all real?
50%. The other 50% of me is really excited because I'm pretty sure that even as dumb as I am, I know that I've got gold in the can already. If I just what I just captured there and survive, that's the best thing I've ever put out there. This is probably viral, like hundreds of millions of views. So mostly I feel mission accomplished. I also found the people, so I feel good about that.
You did maybe find someone. You're pretty sure you found 2 human bodies so far.
I'm positive I found 2 of the people who were lost. So I feel really good about that.
What do? Do you go through that?
Yeah, I'm gonna adventure on and see if there's more people I can save. I don't mean to be mean, but I wish I had something to sell this character.
Sell?
Mm-hmm.
Like a goblin merchant in between this zone and the next zone?
No, I mean, he's so dumb and gullible with his stats. Like, you could sell him anything.
Yes.
You could sell him a car that he owns.
Yeah. So
I get to the hole.
Yeah, you go through the only exit out of here.
Mm-hmm.
You start walking through it. It's just like this wavy kind of cave system. It almost looks like it's like mostly natural, but like it looks like enough things have been through it to where it's kind of smoothed out on the edges and stuff. You get like 20, 25 feet through it, and it opens up into another large place. Roll perception.
Is there anything in like temperature or smell or visibility that changes?
No.
54. Well, I missed it by 14. Bring it.
All you basically notice about this next spot is there's a light source coming from the top of it somehow. You don't know if it's
like it's
whatever or whatever.
Like it could be like a hole leading to the surface, or like it's an obvious path that leads to that light.
Yeah, it could. You think it is a hole leading to the surface. You assume that somewhere up top there's sunlight shining through something.
Okay, I'm gonna climb my way up there.
Okay, joke's on you, because it's just about as hard as the other place to climb.
Excellent, but I'll give it a try.
Yeah, all the walls are really wet, and there's no real. You look at it, and you have the idea. Strength plus Dex minus 30.
That is a negative 30.
Yeah. Yeah, you like take one good look. You're looking around, and you hear stuff start to move in the middle of this next cave.
Good. I throw my fireball at it, and I slink away into the shadows.
You throw your light?
Nope, I don't. I really don't. I want to, but I don't. I really want to have a full Ace Ventura 2 moment on all this dark shit. But
if you were a real G, you just throw your katana right now at that sound.
instead, I'm gonna take this in a very zen way, and I'm just gonna believe that this is in fact the group of people that I just saved from the monster, and I have actually found the people I'm looking for. So I'm going to. I mean, I'm not gonna run towards them with open arms, but I'm gonna, I'm gonna walk forward, katana lowered, friendly looking, see what's up.
Okay.
But really, what I want to do is get to the light.
So you're moving towards the sound?
Is the sound in the opposite direction as a light?
It's right under the light, basically.
Good. That'll make it easier to see.
Yeah, you rolled so bad that for some reason you can't see it right now, but you're trying to move closer and look at it and then approach them?
Yeah. 100%. I'll move 20 feet closer and take another look.
Okay, give me a charisma check now. Let's do charisma times 4.
I can't miss this. 28.
Nice. You like creep out of the doorway and you enter the big space and you start moving towards the center. Your light shines right into the middle on this scaly face with these big eyes that like shine back like a cat's eyes or something. Right as you like the moment you notice this face, it like force speeds over to you, grabs the light from your head, rips it off, crushes it in its hand, and starts speaking to you like, "Why, you here? What are you doing?" In this,
I scream and fall to the ground and yell, "Please don't hurt me. I'm just here searching for missing people."
It drops the stuff it has in its hand that it just crushed. It turns over to another one of those humanoid. As soon as the flashlight breaks, your eyes kind of readjust to this low light that's in here, and you can then like make out one of the other of those fucked up human things that's over there, and this thing starts speaking to it like and points at you, and then the lizard creature starts walking off into the center, and the human thing starts walking over to you.
Well, I'm going to stay in the same position and look at it. My intent on being so low is that I can be very small, but still harness the obviously magical power that this katana wields of cutting people off at the thighs.
It gets close to you. It's like,
since I now obviously was correct about the first guess that I'm actually still on the trip.
It's walking over to you all. Grabs you by the shoulder, tries to help you up. Do you go with it, or
Words? Speak words?
You talk to it in English, and it looks at you with like this weird perplexity, and then like shakes it off and is like, and is like trying to help you up.
Okay, I get up and then, hey, take me to the rest of your groovy friends.
Yeah, it is. He gets you up. It's trying to like take your katana from you. It like with its right hand grabs you by the shoulder, helps you up. With its left hand, it's going to grab your katana from you. What do you do?
Yeah, I very dexterously, just without offending it, slip out of its grasp that way.
Okay, give me a dex times 5.
All right, 40%. Here we go. Feet don't fail me now.
I'll even do a
11. That's right. 11.
I got the 11. You got the 25.
Oh, I got
25. Yeah, it grabs a hold of it like by the hilt, and you just like bend it backwards and pull it back, and you're like, and he's just like, and like leads you to the center. Do you go with him?
Yeah.
You
can't wait to see what happens next.
You get to the center with it. There's like this stone table that isn't natural there. It's like this big chunk of rock that's flattened on the top that was obviously placed down in the center of this place. Even like most of the light is like hitting it and then bouncing off to the rest of the room now that you get to the middle of it and can really see it. He leads you over to it and like pats it and like and pats it and like telling you to get onto it or something.
I'm gonna check, and before I like move forward, I'm gonna make sure that like all of my GoPros, even though my light was broken, like all my other GoPros are still functional. They'll get green lights on. Like I'm catching all this.
Yeah, your recording thing is on. The light's still beeping. You're pretty sure it's just been going, and you have all of this.
All right, I'm gonna hop up there and take an opportunity to take rest of my feet a little bit. Probably the first flat, clean ground I've seen yet.
Yeah. I wouldn't say clean, but it's flat. You get up onto the table thing.
Mm-hmm.
Are you standing on it?
No, it's like sitting on it, like you'd hop up on like a doctor's exam table, maybe.
Yeah. You just hop up onto it. You got your sword next to you or across your lap or something.
Probably still in my right hand.
You hop up there, and the humanoid creature gets like real close to you and does like a big like on your shoulder and like next to your face and stuff, and just gives you a nice whiff and looks back and goes like and like gets this creepy smile to it and then walks away.
That's repulsive. I no longer have an erection. Forever.
Give me a perception.
$13. That's right. I noticed something.
You notice you can like pretty much clearly see this reptilian thing now. It's like a 9-foot tall humanoid reptile with like with like a 4 or 5 foot long tail and reptile feet, claws coming out of it, and like more
boss.
humanoid hands, but like claws coming out of the hands and stuff. It's over in the corner, like finagling with these weird devices. They almost look like recording instruments or something, because that's really all you have to base your knowledge of equipment on.
All right, I have decided that this is the final boss, and I'm going to jump to my feet on the doctor's table and just, give him my best.
You pull your katana standing on the table and just ki at him?
Yeah, the first ever ki that this character's ever issued.
Are you running it and attacking, or are you just standing on the table?
I'm just standing there. I'm just challenging him. Obviously, this is the final boss. Obviously.
You do that, and it looks over at you, and it like starts like this deep reptilian like laugh to itself, like arr, 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 and
all I want to
turns back to what it's doing, grabs something, turns to you, and starts walking over to you. It's still like chuckling under its voice, and it's just like, it's just like, just sit down.
Okay. Give me a second here. I gotta do an internal check.
Oh God. Is your voice recording on something different?
No. But I do.
You just got really quiet, and I can hear like airplanes flying around and stuff.
Yeah, it's the airplane crashing into the house.
Are you still using an AirPod?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it was your hair.
Is it better?
No, it sounds like it sounds like it switched. It sounds like you're recording from your computer now.
How's that?
Yeah, there you go.
That's from my computer.
No. Kind of. I can almost hear your feet more than I can hear your face.
I'm not moving my feet.
Or the table touching the... It's okay. It's just I can't really hear you, and I can hear everything else around you. I know, it was very clear up until now, but now it sounds like you have a microphone that you're hanging over the side of the wall.
I do. I have a sound team here. I have a whole Foley team with a mixing board and a boom mic.
There. That sounds better.
Is that better?
Yeah, you have to have both in for it to work.
No, I only had one in the whole time. Second of all,
yeah, I know.
What was the question that I made, obviously, with my Amazing 15? That was my decision to not believe his bullshit. He's the final boss, obviously. And I made an intelligence times 2 roll, so I feel good about it.
To understand that he's the boss?
Yeah, I'm standing there with my sword. I'm not. You can't tell me what to do.
Okay. He looks completely unconcerned with your aggressive behavior towards him. He pulls this thing out of the device that's like connected to it by a wire and points it to you and turns it on, and it starts like whoa, 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 whoa. You can't see anything, but there's this weird sound starts emanating from it, and he starts like just like going up and down your body with it, not touching you, but just like scanning you or something.
Yeah. How does it feel? Do I like it?
There's no real sensation for you, but he's just looking at this thing in the side of his hand, not even paying attention to what you're doing, and just waving this thing up and down your body.
How it feels to me from my viewers because they can only see what's up. They can't feel. So I'm trying to give them a blow by blow of what it feels like. Is it like tingle deep in my coccyx, like you're going over a hill in a car, or is it like just I can feel the thrumming through my molecules, or what?
Yeah, no sensation.
Good talk.
Do you do anything?
No, I'm gonna let it play out. I just want him to know that I'm not going to be taken lightly.
He 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 gets to the end of his little wah 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 thing. He clips it back in. Some readings are going off, and he's like looking all intrigued at the device. And he sets the device onto the table and goes to grab your sword from your hand with lightning speed.
Well, I'm pretty fast too.
Yeah, give me oh, he's not that great. Give me a
Dex times 70.
no. We'll just do Dex times 5.
40%. Here we go. I got that.
Nice.
Very close. But
Yeah.
I think we might be at a stalemate at the moment.
No, his deck. He has like a 30 Dex or something. You. He's been like the movement of him is very strange because sometimes he moves at like what you'd call your speed, and then other times he just like almost suddenly appears on the other side of the room. He's moving so fast, like not even like just lizard fast. Like he's just like Jedi fast or something. And he moves his arm up to you to grab like that, and it like catches you so unaware that you start to pull it back, and he just has a hold of it, and he pulls it from your grip and lays it down next to his tool.
So he can beat
says,
my strength too. Is that what you're saying? In my group of friends, my strength is infamous.
Yeah, I was just giving it to him with that failed dex, but yeah.
I'm just saying, I do have a 9 strength. It's below average.
He pulls it. He pulls it from you, sets it down next to his tool, right next to you, and he says, "Just sit. Stop."
Okay. I'm gonna sit, but I'm gonna sit like I've seen ninjas sit, like on their legs, so they can pop up real fast if they need to. I don't fully trust this guy.
Okay. He. You sit
The
down.
next time there's a pause in the conversation, I'm gonna say, "Hey guys, I'm pretty sure I just found the lizard overlords." Go ahead.
He said, "Sit to stop." You sit down. He this like grin. He like half grins and turns around and walks over to his equipment table all super fast. He just almost appears over there. He grabs this one thing. Give me a perception roll.
Mm-hmm. Nope, by double.
He grabs something and turns back to you and super fast walks over to you and is like, "Okay, one more thing," and goes to stab you in the shoulder with something.
I am going to not real aggressively, but I'm gonna dodge it. I'm a little shoulder dive. Little bob and weave. I've seen it done. I'm gonna roll the shoulder.
Go for it. just a straight dodge. Let's do a Dex times.
Yeah, let's do that. That's 24% chance of happening. 28.
Oh!
Really close. Really close to succeeding.
Yeah, you almost get out of the way, but he just jams this needle thing into your arm. Jams it in and then like grabs the other end of it and just plunges a bunch of shit out of you. It grabs it like it feels so unnatural. It's like it's not just like pulling blood, it's like pulling part of your bone and part of your like muscles and stuff, and you just feel like that part of your body almost deteriorating.
Well, I won't give it my immortal soul.
6 health from you.
Good.
What do you do?
I'm gonna grab my medipack out of my backpack and bind my wound.
Okay.
Go straight to first aid. That's right. I'm a good traveler. I know what's up.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you want to take a 5-minute break now, or you want to try and wrap this up in 5 minutes? I have something I have to do in the next 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Yeah, but I could. I'll be right back. You want to just pause and you can sing a song or something?
Sure. Yeah, 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Okay.
I have a mercy mission I must accomplish.
Okay. Maybe I'll figure out what's going wrong with my fucking camera. It's almost like there's an app that allows you to jump in to other people's streams and control them for fun. It kind of seems like what's happening right now. Oh, I hope he didn't take his... Hey, did you take your mic with you so you're listening to what I'm saying? I'll take that as a no. Yeah, it's going to get really bad for him really quickly. It has one more test to do on him, and then it's probably going to try to eat him. So if he doesn't pull it together and figure out how much danger he's in, I don't think he's going to meet the lady that spoke to him in his head. Which, to not his knowledge, is some ancient, expedition leader of some ancient human race that's been living underground, kind of combating these reptilian things that are turning people into cannibal slave kind of things for their work and stuff. It's basically the story I ran up with real quick. I was thinking about doing a more snow one where he just falls in and has to escape, and then maybe like a bear comes and like if he's stuck inside a crevasse, like that movie or book or whatever about that guy that that fell and like broke his leg inside the icy pit or something, and I guess he got out. I don't think I watched that movie, but I remember hearing about it. What if it was like that kind of scenario and a bear shows up and you're trying to like inch your way out the side of it before a bear claws its way through the top of it to make enough space to get you? That would be a serious scenario. But then I decided to make it more mutant and crazy. So I went with angels versus demons-ish kind of thing. Crazy demon reptile monsters abducting humans through the cave systems in America who are stupid enough to go wandering around in those areas. Man, it seems like such a cool thing to do to go explore those kinds of caves, but stuff like this might be there, so. I was also thinking about starting it way more mystical and almost like having him enter another realm as he passes through that barrier. But I think I turned it into like kind of like some kind of like dead zone field that's being generated by these reptilian things.
Yeah, I'll tell you the really terrifying thing about this story to me the whole time is I don't really do a lot of serial killer, those weird kind of drama books or movies, but when your mom and I were in Malaysia, we ran out of good books to read, so we started reading the only books in English that we could find in the bookstore that was in the hotel at 7,000 feet above the rainforest where we lived. And unfortunately, most of them were like these super hardcore, either killer dramas or they were romantic ones. So one of the first ones that we read was a story about a hole in the ground like this, where down the bottom, a whole bunch of people have been thrown by a family of serial killers, and they had evolved. The survivors had evolved into a subterranean race.
Nice.
That's what I was really afraid of when I first started looking at the hole and stuff. That's what I was afraid it might be going.
It's close.
It didn't fall sharp. I didn't fall shy of the mark. I felt right.
You fell all the way.
Yeah, fully tied off though. In my defense, obviously someone trapped me, released it because I tied it off. I know that for a fact.
Well, technically, it was one of these things that undid it at the top, but you don't need to know that.
See,
even if you successfully got it tied at the top there, it was going to cut it. So.
Well, I'm just saying, in this guy's point of view, that's obviously what happened. Oh, I gotta go. I'm sorry. Jeez, I thought I had everything done, and it's an issue with our Square account and taking money. I'll be right back.
Nice.
I'm sorry to bother you again. Gotta go. That's life of doing cannabis business in America today. Banking is not easy, and this is hemp.
Yeah, if he did not go down the hole, he was going to have to fight one of those things in the entrance, and I was going to really try to make it so the thing tosses him down the hole and not kill him. But I guess he had a little knife to defend himself with, but I think he probably would have been like hand to hand with one of those original things, and or like using his rope to try and fight it. Which, I mean, I don't even know what to do if he would have like tied the rope around the neck, got it, and then pushed it into it and hung it from the rope down into that crevasse. Anything's possible, but he failed at securing his own rope, so it's all on him. Yeah, the story I was thinking about earlier was like a looper or jumper kind of character where you have that like crazy teleportation power, but it was going to be completely random, and then I was just going to keep throwing him into different crazy planets with different crazy people and stuff, and the special the special item I was going to throw in would be like him finding a dead explorer somewhere that had this device on him that would end up being like a universal translator or something, so that every other planet he went to, he was able to communicate with any creature he wound up meeting. But if he doesn't get that communal translator, then it'd just be a more like this, where they're just talking in gibberish. And luckily, this reptilian guy knows English, so that he doesn't have to gargle. He speaks gibberish and English, because technically he spoke in the gibberish language that the cannibal was speaking in. So apparently it's not gibberish, and it is a weird cannibal language. So the reptile has scanned him. He has taken a sample, and the next test is going to be, I don't know. I was thinking of making it like a taste test and having him bite him, but I was thinking that maybe there should be one other kind of test before he went to bite him. Weigh him, like have some silly like old school weighing system on scales, and then just like have him placing boulders on one side and stick that on the other side. Ogre, sorry, that's his name. Don't wear it out. Uh, no, that's stupid. What test? Since we have time to think of it and don't have to come up with it on the spot. Uh, oh yeah, it could be some like high tech brain scan thing. So he like walks up with two prods that he sticks into his ears, and then scans the brain, and that is going to have a sensation of horrible pain. But we're not telling him that yet. Yep. brain scan, then boss fight. And if he beats him, he's probably going to meet the lady that was talking to him in his head and
oh my goodness,
be let out-ish.
I'm going to be really careful about everything I say at this point because the last time I said anything about the bankers, our entire set crashed. So I'm just going to say I love bankers. Thank you for taking my money. So where were we? I got my DNA sucked out. I'm binding the wound. I'm rolling to bind the wound.
Yes.
So, 8.
Nice. Oh, not that.
I get 61 points back. That's really good.
No, you basically just like clean it off, slap it with goo, and then bandage it real quick.
That was my thought.
And you basically just like stop it from causing any more damage and bleeding out and stuff. The reptile like notices what you're doing like halfway through it and like goes to stop you, and he's just like, yeah, whatever, I'll taste it later.
He says that?
Yeah.
I'll taste it later.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I'm going for this guy.
Grabbing your katana and going?
Whatever's closest. I mean, it's all the same to me. I don't know how to use a fucking katana.
Your katana's right next to you. He placed it right next to you. He just grabbed it from you, so you're not holding it.
Yeah, he says that. He turns his back, and I've had enough. I'm snapping.
Okay, are you trying to do it sneakily?
I'm trying. No.
Okay.
I'm trying to do it explosively.
Yeah, just give me an athletics roll.
Mm-hmm. My athletics is 51. Here we go. 87. Completely missed it by a lot.
You
I don't have the sword. That's what you're telling me?
Yeah, you go to grab the sword, and you're not really looking. It was like right next to you. You grab the scanner thing, and you whip it out of the sheath, and you jump at him and smack it out of him. It doesn't do anything. It's like the difference between wielding a lightsaber and a plastic lightsaber. A real lightsaber and a plastic lightsaber.
Do I at least break the delicate instrument?
Yeah, it didn't shatter into a million pieces, but you like bent the end of it kind of off it.
Here's my next move. I'm gonna go sorry and throw it to him, hoping it's important, and then I'm gonna really go for the sword this time.
Okay.
Yep, I'm moving into full Scooby-Doo mode at this point.
He fully realizes what you did, and like donkey kicks you backwards.
Like, are you saying he put his hands on the ground and he kicked backwards with both feet?
No. He just did like 1 foot, just like a horse kick, just like
like a one-footed whap.
Yeah, without turning, just picks his foot up and kicks you backwards. You try and get out of the way.
Gotcha. Yes.
Or do you just want to eat it?
No, I really want to dodge it a lot.
Okay.
I've never dodged anything before in my life, and I'm feeling this is probably my time.
All right, we'll do Dex times 5.
Dex times 5. All right, here we go. 40%. And no whammies. Missed it by a lot.
Yeah, you go to get out of the way and it just hits you square in the chest.
I'm gonna roll with it.
Only does 3 damage, but like knocks you back a few feet and your back hits the table.
That's right. I'm not down yet.
He chuckles under his breath and he says, "He's like, sit down or try it again. Whatever. You'll be done soon."
That's all. That's all you got, Lizard Overlord.
So you're grabbing the katana and going for it.
Yep.
All right,
You
athletics
always
roll.
have to attack these things at least 3 times. Athletics. Here we go. Athletics. All right, and 51 critical roll. Bam. Missed it, but not by as much as I could have.
So
I'm really acting like a monkey loose in the
you drop your equipment that you hit him with. You go back. You grab a hold of the katana and you turn back to look at him to get ready to go. And he's just like, he's all the way over at the other thing, grabbing something and turning towards you already.
All right, I get ready to parry it. 2-handed, like boss style.
Okay. He starts walking towards you. He says, "Come on, sit down. One more test. Then we're done. Just fucking behave."
Your last test almost sucked my soul out. What am I getting out of this? You're gonna eat me. Don't lie. Overlords can't lie.
He starts laughing. He's like, I'm getting what I want anyways. Your cooperation helps you in whatever way you want to imagine.
All right. I'm going to, in a fit of inspiration, take the katana and attack the power cable of his machine.
Okay.
Yep. I have ideas.
Wow.
Metal sword, power cables. I know, but it's an idea.
All right. Give me a... I guess just give me a strength times 5 attack.
Okay, 45. Here we go. 40.
Nice.
Bam.
You swing at him. You cut through it's like a box that has 2 prongs coming off of it, and you slice the box, and this purple force field kind of thing starts emanating from it, and it goes wubba 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 boom.
That's right, motherfucker. Fuck with a monkey, will you?
I'll do. Give me a Constitution times 5 roll.
60%.
Nice.
3. That's how constituted I am.
Yeah, you're like on the outside of this blast. you don't really take any damage from it. You like dealt with it so well. It's more of like a force push than it is an explosion or something, and it just rattles you and it spins you through the air, and then you just like kind of like Spider-Man land on the table with your sword.
That's right.
The reptile guy was sent flying like 20 feet across the room. He's laying out on his back and his neck's all like crooked on the ground and stuff.
Yeah. I'm going to decapitate that motherfucker before he gets back up and kills me.
Your turn. What was that roll?
That was to decapitate him.
Oh, yeah. So he doesn't move for the first few steps till you get over to him. And then as soon as you're ready to swing, his eyes shoot open and his neck snaps back into position, and he like quick dodges to the side and stands up next to you and is like hand raised, mouth open.
Damn it.
Claw coming scraping at
I'm
you.
gonna block it. I'm blocking it.
Okay.
$30. Blocked it.
Nice. You get your katana right in between you and that first hand, and you kind of like parry it down to the side. Second hand is coming at you.
Can I block this one as well with the katana? Or do I have to dodge out of the way? Not having like, serious sword expertise or any at all.
Yeah, I'd say you can go for another block at half of that, but
All right. That was
so a block at 20% or a dodge at full.
Yeah, 20%. Here we go.
Nice.
Well, I was hoping I'd get a 60 at least.
Yeah, you parry that first one. Your sword's down with his claw. You try to bring it back up, and you just are not fast enough. He claws you right in the thigh for 16 damage. He rolled some high damage on that one.
Can I?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Going for it. I'm going to bring the sword back up and try and go for a torso or head strike. I missed.
Nice. You crazily swing your sword. Your leg's just gushing blood. Like he severed the main muscle of your leg, and you can't really move on it and stuff, but you're still like keeping yourself stable. He goes to grapple you.
Yes, that's what I'm really best at. I have studied 0 grappling as this character.
And he rolled a 6. He critically grapples you.
And I'm going to critically defend right now. Here we go. Okay.
Almost. 6 left, and you would have got it. He grabs a hold of you by your shoulders and goes to bite you.
Uh-huh. I'm going to block it with my sword.
Yeah, no. Your arms are pinned to your side.
Oh, I guess I'll go for a modified head dodge. Fuck it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going teeth versus teeth with him.
This dinosaur line of fucking
Yeah.
16 inches of razor teeth.
Yeah, I'm going to block his teeth with my teeth. It's the only thing that makes any sense at this point. Oh, God damn it. I should have saved that one. I was trying to get it out of my system and I rolled a fucking 2.
59, huh? Yeah, 59 doesn't get you out of it.
Yeah.
2 might have. Two you probably would have gotten to the side.
Damn.
But.
What's the damage? Teeth versus teeth?
He bites you right in one of the shoulders, bypasses your head, and oh, of course, he goes for your wound. He goes to bite a hold of that wound.
Do
a 1d12 damage. Another 8 damage to your shoulder.
Okay. I am alive. I have 3 hit points. So there's still a chance.
Yeah, he has your arms pinned to your side. He's now biting a hold of that shoulder, tearing the bandages free, and sucking from that goo. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm going to knee him right in the alien nuts.
Kick her in the pussy.
And bam. Wow.
Give me a wisdom times 3 roll.
$24. Bam. Here we go. Missed it by double. Do you need me to make a charisma roll?
His mouth around your shoulder just like sucks out one more big chunk of you, and you just go black. You wake up completely naked.
That kind of party, huh?
Being drugged by one of the cannibals down a path. Give me a con times 5 roll, 60%.
Yep. I got a fumble. Got 100. I completely fumbled my con check.
Both of our stories have ended with a fumble.
They always do. They always end with a crit or a fumble.
You die.
Bouncing face first on the ground.
Yeah, you're bleeding out of the shoulder and your thigh. This thing's dragging you by your thigh. The last thing you see is this giant chamber that's being lit up by these like glowing crystals all over the walls of it, and this big machine in the center that has like a Bacta tank in the middle of it that has another cannibal inside of it, and on the other end of this giant machine are like human bodies, like a conversion machine or something. Yeah, and then you you see that, you feel the pain, you're just like, nope, checking out. Not worth trying to get out of this.
So they're taking multiple humans and turning them into cannibal zombioids.
Yeah, something.
Well, good for them. Now I want to hunt those motherfuckers down and kill them.
Yeah,
The
I
character
really
has
want
much
to.
better stats than this.
I really want to get my parents some letter saying that their child died, at least having an amazing experience. But that's what happens when you fail a lot and then fumble at the end.
But I mean, maybe it's not impossible that when I got closer to his high tech stuff, some of that got uploaded, little bits and pieces, maybe going viral, baby.
Yeah, even if you won the enlightened being that would have helped you out would have wiped your mind and all of the data, so it didn't get out. But
I guess I should have
the
just.
winning for you was just surviving, basically.
Yep, when I didn't.
Yeah, you would have been severely damaged. I don't know, maybe they would have
less
healed you.
dead.
Yeah.
But less dead. Yeah.
All you would have thought is that you had passed out in that cold zone and then woke up right there. But instead, your ghost is now stuck down there wandering the cave systems, trying to scream at other humans that are doing the same thing as you, not to do it, but most people can't see ghosts, so joke's on you.
You forgot my beautiful ghost.
That doesn't carry over.
What?
Roll new character.
Fine. Well, I'm going to go back to the bumblebees attacking each other in midair.
GG. We've both killed each other once. Neither of us has successfully completed a mission.
Nope. It'll happen. It will.
It will happen. Yeah.
And next time we'll answer such questions as, I'm sticking with wake up in the morgue after being bit by a vampire. I'm going to keep that one carried over to next time.
I think next one I'm definitely going to throw in the assassin one because that's
first level
going to be good. Yeah.
Yeah, that one's going to suck balls.
Like an assassin's first assassination. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then I told them about the planet jumper story. I have a good
Oh yeah.
I think it would be cool. Like a nice item to grab that would help you out with the journey.
Accidental dimensional hopping. You're just like literally going from solar system to solar system. It's not like is it planet? It's not within the same solar system, right? It would be maybe within a galaxy. Yeah,
but solar or the universe, in even jumping galaxies, but just jumping to habitable planets. I was also I mean just planetary bodies, like your
like, are they all Goldilocks? Like, can you breathe and live on all of them?
No, that's what it is, to have the teleportation roll, and then you really get bad sometime, and you're on one of the moons, and can't breathe, and then have to teleport away, or die.
But can't, most of the time, right? Because you're not a very good teleporter.
No, completely uncontrollable, yeah. But, I might have you teleport away right before you die. Like continuous damage until you reach 1, and then you teleport to some safe haven with 30-foot tall.
So my character,
giraffes.
If he is intelligent enough, or she's intelligent enough, learns that if they can hold on and not die, there's a chance that they won't die.
Yeah, they get enough faith where they get to the next place, heal up, and then just know that right before they die, they're going to be saved somehow and shot into another dream.
This sounds like a bad version of Deadpool.
Deadpool gets
Except
his
he dies every
teleportation
time.
device and it goes haywire and just starts multi-dimensionally traveling him.
Yeah, not really a good, not a good analogy. It's a totally different character concept.
Yeah, and
All
he's
right, on
really
that note,
powerful. So
I'm gonna go and do things in the real world, which I'm very sad about. But the good news is these bees are still at it. I don't know. You see that one right there? Oh, I just disappeared. They're ginormous.
are they
Like,
making hives in your ceiling?
yeah. They're so like they moved in last year. These are 2 years old. These beams, and can you see the holes that they've drilled in them? I don't see over here maybe. Oh, they're angry. Like, get the fuck away from us. Look, these two are going at it. Oh no, you're upside down
Yeah.
now.
So eventually you get to rip away that wall and get some honey.
I'm a little worried. That wall is an 8x8 beam,
Yeah.
so it's pretty substantial. I think I may have to address it sooner than later. But it's cool to watch. It's cool to watch while it's happening. All right, love you, bud.
GG, love you. Peace, everybody.
Peace, everybody. And remember out there, bang the rock
60%
together.
of the time, it works every time. Which never happens.